Polymers, a large molecule which is formed by linking large number of small chemical units called as monomers with covalent bonds is called as a polymer. The word polymer is derived from the Greek word poly, means many, and meros means parts. These small chemical units which we used, those are the monomers, and the product is called as the polymer. So these polymers are classified on the basis of their origin. For example, natural polymers. So these polymers are isolated from natural sources. They are also known as biological polymers or biopolymers. For example, rubber, wool, cellulose, starch and proteins. Second, synthetic polymers. These polymers are synthesized from low molecular weight inorganic or organic molecules. For example, metaphosphoric acid polymer, sulfur trioxide polymer, polysiloxanes and polyarsenates. They do not have the backbone of carbon chain, while the organic polymers are having the backbone chain of carbon atoms. For example, nylon, terylene, polyester. These polymers are also classified on the basis of their intermolecular interactions and their corresponding structures. So if we see the intermolecular interactions between the molecules of polymers, these polymers are classified as first elastomers. These polymers have the rubber-like elastic properties that they readily undergo reversible deformation and elongation. In elastomers, the polymer chains are linked to each other by weak intermolecular forces. They are capable of being stretched rapidly under stress without breaking and return to their original shape when the stress is relieved. For example, natural rubber, synthetic rubber, etc. Second, fibers. Polymers are all drawn into long filament-like material. Those are called as the fibers. In fibers, the polymer chains are linked to each other by strong intermolecular forces such as hydrogen bonding, amide and ester linkages. For example, nylon and terylene. Third class, that is the thermoplastics. Polymers which soften on heating and gain their original properties on cooling. They are called as thermoplastic polymers. These are linear polymers, and the strength of intermolecular forces of polymers are in between those of elastomers and the fibers. For example, polythene, polystyrene, sealing wax, etc. And the last and fourth class of polymer is thermosetting polymers. Polymers which on heating changed irreversibly into hard and rigid materials are called as thermosetting polymers. For example, bakelite. The polymers are also classified on the basis of their structures. There are three classes for the polymers which are having different structures. First, linear polymer. These polymers consist of long chains of similar repeating units or the monomers which are not linked laterally to other chains. They are one-dimensional polymers and have the end groups which are different from the repeating units in order to terminate the polymerization reaction. For example, polyvinyl chloride. Second type of polymer are the sheet or network polymers. In these polymers, long polymer chains of the monomers or same repeating units are linked laterally to each other to form two-dimensional sheet like polymer. For example, thermoplastic polymers. And third class is three-dimensional polymers. In these polymers, long polymer chains are cross-linked to each other to form solid material with three-dimensional network. For example, bakelite.